13 years ago, on a short bus in a small town in Washington, two idiots met. A bunch of stupid stuff happened. We want you to listen to those stupid stories. Hey guys, welcome into another exciting Living with Humor episode. We have a very special guest on, DJ Throwback himself, the Dark Lord of Shenanigans himself, and one of my Geek Variants co-hosts, and almost fantasy football champion last year.
I came in second. Bow down.
You were so close. I finished fifth. It was a tough year. How we doing today?
I'm good. Yes, y'all
And as
fuckers
always,
is late.
co-host Brock Terrano, the
What
funny
up?
man Brock on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, basically everything but Instagram
Yeah.
due to a series of unfortunate events that we talked about last week. So if you guys stay tuned, you know what's up. Before we get too far into today's episode, be sure to go over to the subscribe button, hit that thing. Without further ado, DJ Throwback,
What?
do you want to explain to the folks at home how you got stuck meeting me? Want to go back to our origin stories way back in the day, what seems like 3 years now?
First of all, we shouldn't do origin stories because that's how all villains get caught. And I'm not trying to get caught. Let's just say we met in another group that I would think I was very influential in. I mean, I actually one day joked about becoming an admin. It was like I wasn't even serious about it. I said, "Hey, you should make me an admin." And then all of my supporters, who I didn't even know I had, came out and said, "Yes, you should." And then there was a poll put up, and then I was an admin, and that's how I met Brent. That's
Mhm.
exactly how it went. I wasn't even, it was like that group had saved me from another group because I was the quote unquote asshole, but I'm more like a bully that bullies people. I don't have a problem with bullying somebody, but I only do it if I see you bullying somebody else.
If
So
you're out
that's
there minding
me.
your business, you're off the
Yeah,
list.
just leave people alone and I won't mess with you. So I got labeled an asshole, which I, don't care. I even had a shirt with a asshole on it, and I was like, I don't care. Call me what you want.
Mhm.
Eventually got kicked out of that group, went to the next group, started my shenanigans there, had a nice little following. We had a nice little thing going. And then with all of my knowledge that Brent can attest that I have, I got regulated to only doing sports.
Mhm. Because you got added on, I had no idea who you were.
No one
We
knew who
never,
I was
we
except
never
the
even
leader.
talked. And then next thing you know, the leader of that group was like, "Hey, you need to start talking to this dude. He knows some things about sports."
I know a lot
And
of things about
the
sports.
next thing you know, we struck up a conversation, and through our creativity, girl, all these balls was
I mean,
formed,
yep.
and we had one hell of a time. We went, I want to say, like 80 episodes. It was a good running. Our most
And we talking
popular
about
episode.
2 or 3 episodes a week going.
We
I mean,
were
we was in it. It was just so much to get. I mean, Brent's like the son I never had because I got daughters. So it's like
our
Not
most
the first
popular
person to
episode
tell me
featured
that.
this guy.
I'm saying.
It was episode 7, no less. I went back and listened to it the other day. I was like, man, we talked about a lot of weird stuff that episode, but today will be even weirder. And it's like, the terrible thing about it, you were the most knowledgeable admin in that group. And for you to just be sent off only to do sports, I knew why I was only on sports. When it came to Marvel or DC, I was horribly lacking. When it was
And
coming to
see,
anime, I wasn't even the best.
I'm telling you now, I can say anime. I got 4 things. That's it. Don't ask me shit about nothing else. I don't know. And I'm not even counting the stuff that Brent told me about later. I'm talking about what I knew. Anime. I didn't even know Dragon Ball was anime until Brent said, that's anime. I was like, oh, okay, I can count that.
That's
but,
okay. Fantastic.
but comics, don't question me on comics. DC, you lose your life. Batman, I take your soul.
It's been a long and story journey. It's like anytime, like, hey Tony, how many suits has Batman had? And you're like, which comic run are we talking about?
I
Like,
mean, I need to know what era because, like, are we counting the suits that Batman actually wore or that had the Batman symbol? Because that like quantifies a lot.
yeah. So long story short, we met. we started doing some podcasting, and then we carried on over that podcasting greatness to Geek Variants, which, you know, our other page. Go hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it if you aren't already over there.
Come
I
see
mean,
us.
we had Will Parker on the other day, the founder and creator, and he decided to bring us over. You wanna explain to the folks
Will got pneumonia
your
in his
reason for
back
why
right
you got
now.
there?
Will got pneumonia in his back right now, so we can't talk to him too much. But
Nah. Do you want to explain to the folks though, like how you ended up joining Geek Variants, like what your reasoning was behind it? It's like me and Will already aired some dirty laundry, and we did it as respectfully as we possibly could.
For me and the people that I know that know me real well, like Brent met one of my best friends, Ramon, who I've known for a while. Ramon would tell you, if I start talking and I like you, I'm gonna talk about stuff that I want you to know. It's about me telling you knowledge. So when I got from the last group, and like I said, I got regulated to just doing sports, I took that as a slight. And then I really took it as a slap in the face when they did a Batman episode, and I wasn't even informed that they were doing the Batman episode. And most of the stuff they said in the Batman episode, I can dispute. So that's when I went and I started talking to Will first, because since Will is a Marine, I'm a Marine. And so we already have that bond. And I was like, I can talk to Will differently than I can talk to anybody else. And that's just how it is. Most people in the military talk to each other differently. If you just sit down and listen to somebody, prior vets talking to each other, most of your ears will start bleeding. But that's just not how we are. So I sat down and I said, look, motherfucker, I'm tired of this. And, I just went on. He's like, I got you. I got something for you. Come here. Me and Brent got something going on. The cool little white boy? Let's go. Let's do it. So then we started talking. I was like, okay. And then we start, and I watched the last episode, and I don't want to rehash everything that Brent and Will said, but I agree with everything that they said.
Yeah.
It wasn't what we were wanting at the time. Now we do wish them luck and success. And I'm still cool with most of them. Some of them, yeah, whatever. I mean, you weren't a big part of me anyway when I was there. So, but I like where I am now. I like the people I work with. I like the direction that Geek Variants is going. I feel more appreciated here than I did there. So it's just something for me that, how you just feel home at a place. This is how I feel at Geek Variants. So you can shed your tear now, Brent.
My one single solidarity tear.
That's all I need. That's how I steal your soul.
Because it does feel like it's a much, much better atmosphere overall, because it's not like, hey, I got this idea and you share it with the group and everyone looks at you.
How many ideas did I have, Brent? Brent, when we started, how many ideas did I have? How many?
He had a full notebook of at least, I want to say there was a minimum of 20. And that's lowballing. Like 20 was what I remember off the top of my head of just, we can talk about this, and this.
I don't even know where my binder is, but I literally had, because I'm anal, and when I have an idea, I need to plan everything out, and I need to make sure it works before I do it. So I had an idea. I would type out the pros and cons. Then I would type out, okay, how would I talk about this? Okay, then I would make a little an annotated section. Okay, well, this needs to be said before this. And then I would be at work all day working on like 2 topics. And then it's like I ended up, I think my final count, I had 9 tabs, and each tab had like 15 tabs underneath them for different things. I even had Star Wars, and I fucking hate Star Wars. I do. Star Wars sucks.
You're wearing a Star Wars shirt at this point in time, though.
Except for Boba Fett and the Mandalorian. That's Boba Fett, Mandalorian. They go together. So suck it.
What about Jango Fett?
I said Boba. I didn't like Jango. I like Boba.
Even though Boba's a clone of Jango?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. I said what I said.
He was like, I know what I said. I don't care if it's right. I just feel that way.
I am right. I said Boba. 2 different characters.
Yeah, they're 2 different characters, but one's a clone of the other. So it's like, if you like one,
it
you
does
should
not
probably
matter.
Like the other.
They're not twins. I don't care.
See, this is like the creative differences that happen in Geek Variants all the time. It's like, and the funny thing is, like, when he was talking about the Marine talk, when him and Will just start talking, there are times where I'm literally just like, I feel like the one meme where you're just looking both ways and you're just kind of like.
It's like anytime that you listen to us, you think we're about to fight, but we're not, because that's just how we talk. It's like, who's gonna swing on who first? I'm like, nah.
And I'm just over there just like, man, fight. It never happens. Never happens.
Oh, I did, like when Will came for my 50th birthday. Yes, I'm 50. I'm old. Suck all my old gray hairs. I don't care. We had went up to the escape room and had my family with me, and I know my girl saw it on my face and like, something is not right here. What is going on? I started looking around, and Will was standing at the corner doing this, and his words was, "I wasn't finna walk up behind you." It was like, I've had a history of people walking up behind me and I throw them somewhere. It's like, it's not a pleasant experience.
Now you gotta be very careful when you walk around vets, and you got to remember their triggers are exceptionally different than everyone else's. So.
That's all vets. You don't just walk up behind. If you walk up behind a vet and it's tap on their shoulder, they gonna do a jump like, wait a minute.
And then Brock, how did you met Tony through me, right? When you did that episode?
Yeah, through a gag, that other podcast we did together. And that's where I met you, and that was a fun episode. You yelled at me for most of it, but
he was just so excited to see you. He was way more excited to see you today. All he had to hear was that you were going to be here. He's like, cool, I'll make time.
Uh-oh, that's thunder. Look, I have a thing about midgets because myself, I have never met a midget ever, and I've been almost everywhere, and I have never found one anywhere. I've seen them on TV. I've seen them in the paper. I've seen them on the internet doing things that we cannot talk about because, just because. But I have never met one. So, of course, when Brent informs me that there's going to be a midget on the show, what? Yes. And then when I met you and you were hilarious, oh my God. Yep, I wanted to adopt you. Wanted to put you on a keychain. Something. Just keep you around. What? Stop it. I'm talking to myself. I get hype at times.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, that was the most excited I've ever seen about anything. And I was just like, all right. It's like there is some level of euphoria, I will say. When you do see a little person for the first time, you're just like, what is that? And then next thing you know, the curiosity just keeps going and going and going. And I was like, because the first time I saw you at school, I was like, the fuck? What?
You have to double take. It's like, wait a minute.
It's like I started hanging out with Ray first, and 6'6", totally different kind of guy. And then he's like, "Here's my buddy Brock."
It's like
y'all trying to
it was
break
like
my neck.
Groot and
What's
Rocket.
going on here?
That's what it was. It was like Groot and Rocket.
Groot and Rocket.
Yep.
That's like one guy's 6'6", the other one's 4'4". You're just. And then you got me somewhere in the middle. You're just like, what is going on? You guys are trying to break my damn neck.
I'm telling you, Brent is one of the few guys that I can definitely say knows where a midget lives. Nobody I talk to can tell me.
If he's not home, I can probably find him just based upon a pattern of behavior.
See? So yes.
It's like how if Ramon went missing, you could go find him. Right?
I know where Ramon goes, but I'm not saying it because, ears.
Because it's probably the same place he goes.
Probably go hang out with Deshaun Watson.
On the suspension list?
Look, hey, might get massages.
I mean, the National Massage Convention of the United States was held in Cleveland this year.
That's a thing.
I mean, conspiracy?
Wait, first of all, if you want to know something just messed up convention, do you know that there is a National Mullet Championship?
There's also a National Little Peoples of America Association. That's
shut up! I'm not done. Shut up. The Mullet Championship is for children.
What?
Like 12 and under, and
Brock,
they got
like hilarious.
One of them's from Georgia, and his name was like, what was his fucking name? Like Lance, or I mean, it was like, yeah, that's not
Buzzsaw.
nothing you would ever name your child unless they're in a mullet championship. And they like had the shave size and hair down. Had one little 4-year-old had like his hair had never been cut ever, just a mullet. Like it's ridiculous. Just the South.
Yeah.
That's all
The
I can
South
say
is a
about
beast
that.
unto itself. But I was gonna say, like, when I lived there for years, somehow I managed not to meet you and Will at the same time.
I probably wasn't here.
Where were you at?
When were you here?
Let's see, it was
It's been a
7 years
minute.
ago.
Yeah.
So
No, I was
2015, I was there.
No, I was here.
I was gonna say I was just hanging out around Conyers and Stonecrest.
No, that's too. No, I don't go in them areas.
He's like, that's
I went to
not-
Stonecrest last month, but yeah, I don't. I go out there like once ever,
Once in a blue moon, someone has
Yes.
to drag you over there unwillingly.
pretty much.
Yeah, that happens from time to time. But the main question for today, because we got sidetracked for 15 minutes, because that's what we do.
That's what we do. It's not gonna be the last time
Oh no, it will not.
because I got questions.
DJing.
Yo,
How did you go from Marine, your day job, DJ? Come on, how did that happen organically?
well, we'll start with how I got out of the Marines. You can blame both of my knees for that. They just decided one day not to cooperate and cease to work. So I was not physically able to continue. I mean, I could, but after the 3-mile runs, my knees would swell up and I would be out for 2 days. So it was kind of like, it's not worth it. So then I went, got me a normal job, as normal as I could get, where I could fuck with people and not get fired. And I started to tailgate with one of my friends who happened to be a DJ Wayne, DJ Nash. That's right. I love this guy. And I was watching him work and I was like, okay, that kind of looks interesting. I like music. I can carry a beat. But he made the mistake of one day. He saw somebody, he caught his eye. He's like, hey, come here. When this song ends, mash this button. I'll be back. You trust me like that? Okay. So he left. Song ended. I matched the next song. I'm looking for him. I'm looking at the song. The song about to end. I'm looking at him. Where is this motherfucker? This song is about to end. What do I do now? It's all these lights on this little thing here, and I don't know what I'm doing. So what do? Replay. I hit the song and play it again.
Mhm.
Hopefully he walks back up. Nope. All right, well, time to play on this computer. So I was like, okay, I can figure this out. I'm pretty intelligent at times when I'm not too drunk. So I started going through, I see the songs on the screen. And I'm like teaching myself how to work this DJ equipment. And I'm like, okay, that's the volume. So if I how do I get that song? So I got that song over there. And of course, this was before I knew how to beat match. And if you don't know what beat match it is, you got beats over here, you got beats over here. You try to get them go like this. Well, this one was going like this. And this one was going like this. So I didn't know that you had to sync songs. So of course I'm sitting there like, oh, this song sounds nice. Slide it over. Everybody look at me like, I get on the microphone. Hey, you act like I know what I'm doing. Just leave me alone and dance. Get drunk. And then all of a sudden a young lady come up and she's like, ah. And of course I hear rumors about, being a DJ, when you're DJ, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, you are out of my league, but hello. And I said that. I really did. I said, you out of my league, but what's...
Oh, that's funny.
What? I do it all the time. And now, mind you, this has been 30 minutes of me doing this. He is still not showing up. I'm like, is he dead? Has he been kidnapped? Has he been arrested? We are downtown. What has happened to this man? Did he get hooked up by a transvestite? I got all these things going in my mind. Where is my friend? I need to go look for him. So then the girl, she just sits behind me. I'm like, I don't like nobody behind me, but you cute, so whatever. So I'm up here and I'm still trying to mess with these songs. And he come around the corner with a smile on his face, and I want to punch him in his mouth because I know what happened. And I'm like, dude, he's like, hey, I said, dude, take this shit back, man. Show me how to do it though. And he's like, where'd you get all these songs from? I said, in there. That song had ended. It's been 30 minutes, bitch. Get back in here. And ever since that day, whenever he had, like, he would do like the shows in the malls, you know, for shops, he would go to one. I would show up just to watch and learn. And then as I learned, he started teaching me, okay, come in here. It's kind of slow. I can show you how to do stuff. And he started showing me how to, you know, mix songs and read BPMs and beat match and how to run acapellas with different. So I learned everything from Wayne. And so that made me go out and I got my own starter DJ set, which every DJ gets the same starter DJ set. It's the basic ass speakers. It's a basic mixer, and that's it. But as I got better, I started upgrading. I started adding on. So now I have a decent system. I'm not trying to be the best system because the saying is you can have the best system, but still be a bad DJ. So myself, I work on my mixes and let that talk. And right now I do mostly house parties, family reunions. I do weddings, but I don't really like weddings because they're so unfucking organized. And I hate wedding planners and I hate brides because they always change. They always changing shit. I like, you give me a schedule, we running that schedule because I know it's gonna work. But when you come in and you want to move shit around, I hate that. So with that, I got my tailgate coming up, UGA champions coming up against Oregon. We starting off on September 3rd. I'm gonna be out there, and it's going to be my first real test because one of the national tailgates is going to be in the lot next to us. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a DJ battle at some point. If I win or if I lose, that's up to be seen. But I have not lost a battle in the parking lot yet in 3 years. So we're going to hope that keeps up. But I know they do have some nationally acclaimed DJs that show up. So I might not challenge them. But depending on how much Fireball and Jack Daniels I have, I'm pretty sure I will at some point.
And you mentioned Brock's one of his favorite drinks of choice.
Yep, Jack Daniels.
I'm saying whiskey, man. Come on now. Whiskey is the drink of, you know, intelligent people.
That explains why I have so little of it.
That's why, yeah. I don't know. I raised you so wrong. I do apologize.
You left me out in the middle of nowhere, and then I completed your quest for finding your favorite short person in America.
That's what. Hey, you did something right with your life.
Right? Almost 15 years later, Brock. Think about that. Almost 15 years.
Jesus.
And it's been 14
y'all
years
need to
now,
hold
man.
on to that because not a lot of people hold on to friends that long. It's very rare these days. Like I had a friend that I've known since 9th grade, and his ass changed, and I had to get rid of him. So
yeah,
I think Moan and Nash are probably my oldest friends. I think they're going on 20 years, 25 years.
Yeah.
But and I'm glad you found somebody like Brock early in your life because most people don't find out who their friends are until something bad happens.
Oh no, we caused the bad things to happen.
Yeah,
If they know too much, just like organically break apart.
I'm not saying you cause it. I'm saying if something bad happens to you, that's when people show up. That's how you know where your real friends are. Because just me, for example, when my mom passed away, I couldn't keep her house because when I was in the military, she had put like 3 mortgages on her house for some strange reason. So it was like $3,000 a month. I was like, nah, player.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
So I talked to the bank. I got an extension from them on clearing out the house. I had 4 days to clean out a 5-bedroom, 4-bath house with a full basement and an attic.
I'm sure she was.
Mind you, I am the only child. I don't talk to my cousins because they're bitches. We don't talk to them. So it's just me. So what do? I pick up my phone. I send out a blast. Hey, if you can help, I need it. Meet me at my mom's house. Ramon showed up. And we're talking about, hey, Ramon lives in Brazelton, Georgia, which is like an hour and a half from me. He brought Clint. Carter showed up. Brent, who I know you see me fucking with all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've known him since 3rd grade. He lived damn near by South Carolina. He drove and brought his friends. Will showed up, not the Will, the original Will. He showed up with another U-Haul. And we emptied that house in a day and a half.
That's impressive as hell.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
Those are the people I knew I could count on.
That's a good
dude. Those are the people I knew I can count on. I'm not counting the ones that replied, hey, I wish I could, but I can't. But the ones I didn't even hear from, they got out my phone.
Mm-hmm. They just showed up and like, hey.
They showed, and Carter was like, I'm there. Do you need me to go get Chris? It's like, nah. Like, it's cool.
It's like, were any of them former Marines or are they just friends that you met through life?
Friends that I met through life. Mm-hmm. Carter is by far my oldest and dearest. Is like, if he's the guy called Smurf. He is literally Papa Smurf because he got like 18 kids, and he like pushes out a kid a year, and it's amazing because he's 50 now. And I'm like, he just had like he had another kid. I want to say the kid's 4 now. Cutest little thing named Cairo. Shout out to Cairo. But he had a hard life growing up, but to see him evolve from where we came to where he is now, I tell him all the time, bro, I'm so impressed with how you just changed and how you adapted from how we grew up, because we grew up rough. It wasn't easy for us. And a lot of us didn't make it out. And a lot of us are still there. But me and Carter, if Carter called me right now and said, dude, I'm in trouble, I'm leaving. It's not even up for debate. I'm out. And that's what our friendship means to me.
I was gonna say, like, a couple times on Gag on the Balls when things like kind of took a weird turn, you did open up a little bit about like where you grew up, how things were, what was expected. So it's like,
I was black in the ghetto, only child. Hey, I fought daily.
Yeah,
daily. I got my ass kicked a lot. I mean, daily. It was like, but I had to fight. That's just how it was.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no punks. And my dad said, I don't care if you fight, just don't run. You got to stand there and fight.
Mm-hmm.
Next eventually, thing you know, you're out there standing and fighting for your country.
I will say, eventually, I did start winning some fights, and the fight stopped because I started knocking motherfuckers out.
Speaking of knocking motherfuckers out, DJ Throwback.
Yep.
How'd that name come about?
Well, mainly, let's just say first, I'm not the only DJ Throwback out there. A lot of people go by this moniker, but for me, it's the type of music that I like. I like Motown, 70s, 80s, 90s, and some early 2000s. I hate the new rap today.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's horrendous, and it all sounds the same. You can literally put in Lil Uzi Vert, and he sounds just like the Migos. But if you go to the 90s, all the artists not only could actually rap, and you could actually understand what they were saying, but they all sounded different. They all had different flows. They all had different beats. And it's just, you had your Public Enemies, but then you had your Run DMCs, you had your Kool Moe D's, you had your LLs. You had who I think is the greatest lyricist of all time, Rakim, doing his thing. But then you also had KRS-One doing the exact same thing, but it was from the Bronx. It was just difference. Today you don't have that. It's mumble rap. You can literally group it all as mumble rap, and that's it. You couldn't do that in the 90s. You take your Public Enemy and your I can't even think of the big ass Samoans that I used to love them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But if you wanted like knowledge, you would listen to Public Enemy, KRS-One, you would listen to them. But if you wanted a story, you listen to like Slick Rick, Rakim, Kool Moe D told stories. that's the difference between that music and the music today. That's why if you ever like, I don't mind playing it if that's what you want. Like I had a wedding where that's what they wanted, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. But
Yeah.
I'm still going to sprinkle in some of what I like. And I told them sometimes you need to just let your DJ
Yeah.
because the song she told me to play, I played, and I was watching the crowd, and they were sitting down with their drinks. And the next thing you know, I threw on some Run DMC Peter Piper. Them motherfuckers jumped up out their seats, got up on the dance floor, and I looked at her, and she was like, "Do what you want," and I ran it from there.
Because like, right, I guess reading the room would probably be another major skill for DJs to be able to
That's your most
see what people want.
It's 1A and 1B. One for me, and I'm not speaking on other DJs, but for me, beat matching is one. Knowing how to blend songs together. You're never supposed to go over lyrics with lyrics. Sometimes it happens, but you're not supposed to do that. So that's important. And also, reading the room is just as important. Those are the top two factors for me when I DJ. If I'm playing 2 or 3 songs and I'm watching people and they're like la la la, and I say, okay, let me switch it up to something else. And then that's when you have to do the search. So if you ever listen to a DJ and you hear different genres coming up, he's searching to see what people like. The more reaction he gets from that genre, that's where he's going to start leaning heavily. And he's not going to play all the bangers at once. He might, like, if you like him to Chris Brown's, he'll pull up some Chris Brown, throw in a little Wayne since they about the same, and see how you like that. And then you can flow into stuff like that. And reading the room is very important for DJs. I've seen DJs just say fuck it and do what they want, and they got paid, but they didn't come back.
I said there's probably some success to that, but at the same time, it's not like the reoccurring success where if you want to make this like a nice little side hustle for yourself, or you want to make it your main career.
Right. If you just like me, I'm what people will call a bedroom DJ. I don't do it professionally. I do it because I like it. But I know I'm gonna give a shout out to DJ Larceny, Corey. We went to rival schools and never knew about it until we met it, to start talking about DJ. He's out on tour right now. And I mean, he's doing it big. He was with the big boys. I think he was with Curtis Blow, Karis, one of them. Out there with the big boys. But this is what he does. I am nowhere on his level. If we had a DJ battle, I wouldn't even turn my shit on. No point. But it's like me, I do it for fun. If I get a gig, I'm good with it. But it's not, I'm not the guy that's going to be out there, hey, you need DJ. Hey, you need DJ. Hey, call me. I'm not going to lowball. So if you, for example, I had a friend, she was getting married. And of course, if I know you, I'll give you a small discount, but I'm not going to give it to you, fucking damn near free.
Right.
Let's just take, when I first started off DJing, my wedding package was about $1,800. That including the wedding, the reception, dinner, and 3 hours of dancing. $1,800. So that's an all-day thing. For her, I was like, I tell you what, you give me $1,000, I got you covered on anything you need. Okay, cool. That's a hell of a deal. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I get the contract signed up. She called me 3 days later. Oh, my fiance's my fiance's friend is going to DJ for us. Not a problem. I don't care. I'm still coming to the wedding. I'm still going to drink up your alcohol. Now, while we went to the wedding, get what you pay for. That's what we say. Nobody danced. People hated the music. Now, the people at my table loved the music because I pulled out my Mixcloud. And I started playing some of my mixes, and I put my phone, my Galaxy S20, on the table. And we were sitting there like this. Yeah. But it is what it is. Like, I don't stress over losing gigs like other DJs. I just don't. I'm not ever going to do it.
Yeah, because I say with your brand, you have got a very, very successful day job to the point where it's like you're just doing this because you enjoy it, you're passionate about it, and you like going out and seeing the people. Because I mean, you love Bulldog fans, you love Falcons fans, you love giving Kings fans a hard time.
I love the fact that I have a microphone and you don't. Yep. You ever want to have a battle of words with me, you better make sure you're on even territory. But not having a mic is not one when I'm DJing because I'm going to win.
I was gonna say, Brock, have you been heckled yet?
Oh, me?
Yeah. Have you
My
been?
name
Oh
is
yeah, I've
Brock.
been heckled plenty of times. The biggest heckler I had was my first casino gig, and this dude. So when somebody heckles me on stage, like I'm not nice at all, and I just lay into him, and that's what I did at this gig. And he got mad to the point where he was about to rush the stage.
Oh, I would have busted in his jaw. I would
Yeah.
have fought him. I'd have fought him.
Well, no,
Just because.
security like intercepted him and literally dragged the dude out. So
What was any of his heckles like even good, or was he just doing the typical?
Most
oh my
hecklers
god,
no, he was
short
just
person
super.
jokes.
No, he was just super hammered. So like I would say a punchline, and he would like repeat the punchline, and then make a midget joke after, and they never made any fucking sense. But yeah, that's probably the worst heckler I've
I was
had.
gonna say, like, holding a mic is a whole different level of power. It's kind of like, well, I've talked about several times on air. Like, I bartend for a living.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, because I'm on the other side of the bar, people tend to side with me. You know why? I got more beer. No one wants to be, hey, you're done. That's it.
Yep.
You're gonna argue with the DJ, hey, your music.
I've cut
comedian show.
Back when I used to hang with this guy named Mel. He DJ, and the biggest thing about DJing at tailgate, you have to watch your speakers because people like putting their drinks on your subwoofers.
Yeah.
Now we know what subwoofers do. They're responsible for bass, so they're not still. So of course, what happens when the bass hits?
Mm-hmm.
So of course he's made many announcements. The next motherfucker that puts his drink on my speakers, I'm packing up and going home. I guess they thought he was kidding because he looked and it was a glass of pink, whatever it was, on his subwoofer. He knocked that shit off. He turned the music off and started packing up. And I was like, shenanigans. Let's go. Shenanigans. I was ready for it. I was like, who gonna swing on him? Let's go.
If you guys haven't checked out Geek Variants, Shenanigans, that's his department.
Always.
He knows what he's talking about. Anytime there's a way to get either Will or myself triggered in any kind of geek conversation,
wait a minute.
take
Wait.
things off base.
You're not finna be innocent here, fucker. That's no. He's sitting here like he got a halo when that fucker been held up by horns. You ain't slick. You've triggered me many a times, and you've triggered Will. So why are you trying to sit there?
So what you're trying to say is you really want to talk about the new X-Men films. They are your bread and butter.
Here we
living down this hill.
Here he go. He knows.
He hates these films. He went on like a legendary rant in the group chat over them about how much he hates them.
And nobody could refute anything I said. Nobody.
No one wanted to. We're like, these films suck. By all means, have at it.
It's like, damn.
No, the new X-Men films are dog shit.
All of them. There hasn't been one good one. I'm including Logan. Fuck that movie.
I like Logan.
I don't care. Just because you like it don't mean it's good. I like Barry Gordon, The Last Dragon, but did it win an Oscar? Hell no. No. That movie is shit, but I like it. I think it's hilarious. So no.
Yeah.
See how he does it and then starts to get that little innocent smile on?
He does the same thing. He just pretends like he never triggered.
I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about what Brock is planning to do. I'm talking about right now.
Because Brock's favorite thing that always triggered me.
Oh, I know.
Always.
Okay, never mind.
There's a couple. But the one that he did that always ticked me off growing up, whenever he would finish a point where he was trying to dispute something I was saying, all he would say is, there's a difference. Like, because he said there's a difference, ultimately a fact, and you're just like,
I mean, technically,
That's
he's not
not how
wrong.
that
There is
works.
always a difference. So technically, he's right.
Technically, he's right, but he's not right.
It doesn't matter.
Because there's a difference.
It's a difference in being right and being right.
So it's like,
I might have to use that.
growing up, just, oh man, did that tick me off. I got over it since, but it took a long time. It was like in the other group. Well, actually, shut up. Just shut up. It's gatekeeping.
Honestly, I will say that I miss the back and forth that we had. Because
well, then you can still talk to him. It's like he's
I
a good
tried,
dude. You don't
but
have issues with him.
I don't. I
I
tried.
just have issues with what was going on.
I did have issues that knucklehead Clinton. Yeah, I said his name because I don't care. He thought he was smarter than me, but it happened. No, talking about Prey, one of the greatest Predator movies of all time, by the way.
Still haven't seen it.
What?
No plans to.
What is wrong with you?
I don't care about the franchise.
Did you not watch Arnold's Predator?
No, I watched one.
You've seen the first one.
I have not.
Why are you friends with him?
Talking about me or him?
I'm talking about Brock. I'm not talking to you right now. I'm not talking to you right now.
I was his Make-A-Wish kid adoption.
You the one that adopted, and right when they got adopted, the adoption agency moved, so you could be returned. That's what it was. Fucker. I'm like disappointed in you. I'm almost as disappointed in you.
I'm disappointed too because I love the Predator franchise. I could have sworn
Lord of the Rings is here.
Nah, bruh.
Where's Predator in here? Like
when Arnold and that Predator came out, that movie was amazing. That movie and Predator 2 wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good as the original. Now after that, yeah, that's up. I mean, Alien vs. Predator was only good because Sanaa Lathan fine ass was in there. That's the only reason that movie was good. All the other ones, I mean, Predators was good, but it's for the people. It wasn't because of the Predators. Mm-hmm. But Prey is right up there with the first one, easily.
You're an idiot for not watching. Name a bad Lord of the Rings film. The Hobbit doesn't count.
I was about to say,
it's not the Lord of the Rings. That's the Hobbit trilogy. That's different.
But the characters are in there.
Some of them.
Exactly. So
it's just Gandalf, Saruman, and Galadriel. Sauron's technically in there, but
I'm trying, Brock. It ain't working. Is it a difference?
No, there's not a difference. I told you I got over that one. I wouldn't tell you a weakness knowingly that
I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to get this back somehow.
Well, you got a long road ahead of you because Brock perfected that one. Because he went from "there's a difference" to saying "yeah" a lot. That's the other one where I'm just like, is it?
Yeah.
You see?
Like I just did.
Like you don't have to agree with everything I'm saying.
I don't ever agree with anything you're saying.
Unless we're talking about baseball.
That's true.
It's like the Yankees suck right now.
Oh my God, 19 runs in 10 games? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing?
Limping it in. And Joey Gallo gets hot the minute he's not wearing pinstripes. Thanks, man. Thanks
right. Like, where did this come from? I hate you.
He apparently hated New York. Oh, but I mean, back on topic because we did again.
We've been doing it the whole time.
As far as your shows go, is there anything you want to promote? Is there any numbers you want out that people will contact you with?
I don't need nobody calling my phone because I talk to telemarketers differently than anybody else.
You just talk dirty to them, don't you?
No. I be like, hey, Abby's Abortion Clinic, you make them, we take them. That's how I answer my phone. Joe's Crematorium, you kill them, we grill them. I'm saying, I answer my phone. If it says unknown number, you're getting some kind of call. I'm telling you.
I've never had to call you yet.
Well, I have your number programmed, so if you did, it would be fine.
Yeah, you still have to fuck with me though. It's just like almost a rite of passage.
Ooh, I remember when Gutter Guard called me, and mind you, I stay in an apartment. They don't do apartments, but I had him on the phone for 30 minutes talking about gutters and what he could do for me.
That's fucking hilarious.
And if you've ever done like cold call sales, you're like, finally, the one person to sign up today, or maybe
And
this week.
you know, you
And then
gotta
you're like,
be,
bro,
you
I don't
gotta
got
be.
gutters. I live in an apartment.
No, it's not even that. It's like you got to know how to talk to avoid certain questions. Like, well, what's your address? I'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about the different brands that you have. And so after I got tired of fucking with him, I said, okay, so how much for like a 6-foot piece? So what are you talking about? Well, I stay in an apartment, and that's all I got over my balcony right now. I mean, I was like, oh, another time, somebody called me from the Chinese consulate. That's what came up on my phone. They spoke Chinese. Now, mind you, I was at work and my boss was standing in front of me. So I looked at her and she said, what? I said, do you want to see how I talk to the unknown number? She was like, yeah. So I picked up the phone and I proceeded to go. And it was like, that's all I said. And they eventually hung up, but it was fun. And she like was laughing at me and told me to go home for the rest of the day because it was worth it. I was like, all right, shit to do.
So there's no gigs you got coming up other than UGA Oregon.
September 3rd, Oregon, UGA down at the Benz. I will be down there. $25 all you can eat and drink. Except don't touch my whiskey because that's going to be at the DJ booth with me. Jack Daniels, baby, all day long. That's all I'm doing.
And then are you doing any of the other Falcon game? When's your guys'
all the September 11th against the Saints. Don't
Saints?
Look for me. Don't talk to me. I will be intoxicated. Might be sleep. Depends on if my daughter's there helping me DJ. I might take a nap.
I didn't know she helped.
She calls it help. I just put on a pre-made mix that I've already done and tell her to stand there. And then she'll play the drinking song when I'm ready to do some shots with people. Yep.
If that ain't family, man. That ain't family.
Those days are coming to an end because, you know, she old now. She driving. She working. She don't love me like he used to love me. I still got Brent, though, as my last lone child. That
I'll visit you in the home. We'll make sure we put you somewhere nice.
Just give me one of the motorized wheelchairs. I'm good.
For legal reasons, I can't endorse that. I know what kind of shenanigans you're gonna get involved with. There's no way.
Old women only run.
You are
so
not
fast.
being motorized.
They only run so fast. They got walkers with balls on them. I can catch them if I get the chair. Stop laughing. I'm trying to be serious here. No, I'm not.
I'm trying to think of like some clever like OnlyFans reference, but for elderly people. But nothing's coming to mind that I want to talk about. It's like OnlyFans is the only thing I got, and I am not.
Grandma gags.
Grandma gags on those.
You can frown all you want. I'm at that age now where I can get the mom, the grandma, or the daughter. I'm at that age right now. I got 3 options. You got an aunt? Yep, she in the wheelhouse. You better not. Don't bring me to your family reunion. Don't do it.
This reminds me of the old little meme though, Gar. Hide your kids, hide your wives. Tony's trying to date everybody.
Everybody. All the females in your family.
But that means we have reached our ever so important reverse interview process. Tony is now in charge.
I'm never in charge.
Questions for either Brock or myself. Just about anything you want to know.
You say anything. You said just
I
about.
said just about anything. I had to clarify.
Okay. This is a question for both of y'all because I don't think y'all gonna answer. Y'all gonna answer honestly. Y'all ever seen each other naked? On purpose?
No.
Or by accident?
Not on purpose. Accident.
It was on accident?
Not on purpose.
Accident.
So y'all was at an orgy?
Nope.
No.
He was drunk. He decided to have a moment.
How much does it take to get you drunk, Brock?
A lot more than you'd think, actually.
Yeah.
I will say he's very, very strong-livered.
Yeah, I definitely drink like big people drink, but actually depends on what I'm drinking too, though.
You were drinking some strong shit that night, and we left Ray in charge of the bottle and the pours, and the mixing was not what you would want it to be.
First of all, it's always more alcohol than anything else. That's just how it is.
It was like 9/10 alcohol.
That's perfectly fine. So, Brock,
what up?
In your sexual escapades, because we're going.
Okay.
You ever slept with another midget?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
really
I've
leaving that
never
one. He's
slept with
disappointing all
another
of
midget.
us.
That is disappointing. That's like I really wanted this to be like true.
I tried setting him up with one. We bumped into one. He wouldn't do
Okay.
it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. The one from the gym.
Yeah. She was
Yeah.
fine. She married
Okay.
another midget. Apparently, she just
Why
didn't like
didn't you want to hook up with the other midget? Are you prejudiced? What's going on here?
Well, I do hate my own people, but
No, they hate you. I remember that
You hate
story. I remember. See, I got
no, I mean there
He's
aren't
broken.
a lot of us running around, so I literally haven't like
There's
ran
conventions
into.
of you guys. I'm just saying. Little
Have
people.
you
Yeah, but I
ever?
don't- I'm not allowed at those.
Have you ever?
He got banned from Little People of America conventions.
Shut up. I know the story. So, if you would hook up with another midget, would you cosplay as Peter Pan or Tinkerbell, like everybody has always wanted? Let us spare, sprinkle some pixie dust on you while you. Yes. Look, I told you about letting me ask
Never
questions.
thought about it.
I told you, man. Do not let me ask questions. I told you. I'm not Will.
I'll give it a try just for the story.
Okay, so
I mean,
let's go
that's a
back to
great
when you were
story, honestly.
when you were naked. Did you run outside in the grass and it tickled your nuts? No.
No.
Damn it. Oh, one of the girls in my gaming chat. Hold on, let me find her question. Because I know she's gonna watch. Okay, does your dick touch your knees? I'm not even lying. It's right there. I'm not
Oh,
even
that's
lying.
funny.
I'm not even lying.
Sadly, no.
Okay, so
I'm a little disappointed in that fact. Feel like you got it easier than everybody else, so you should be able to take advantage of that.
right.
It definitely looks bigger than it is because of my height.
I was gonna say the one girl that I know that has hooked up with you that actually talked about it did say you were well endowed. So hats off to you, sir.
Okay,
Who
so
is
what
that?
happened? Yeah, this is a question. Who is it?
She shall remain anonymous.
Okay,
just
but
because she actually talked about it.
I need a story
But I was
behind
like,
this. We need the story
good for her.
because let's get him pumped up over here. So talk about it. I like it when my friends say, "Hey, this girl said you knocked her back out." Come on, dude. She said she spoke like Mandarins in like 4 days later, and she don't speak no Chinese. Come on, let me know about it.
She did copy one of the Austin Powers references. Like if he ever gets tired, he could use it as a kickstand reference. So I was like, "Hey, attaboy, attaboy." And I was like, and the fact she understood the reference and the metaphor from that film, I was like, "Brock, you're doing something right. You're doing something right in your screening process."
So basically, Brock's new name is Tripod.
I'll go with that.
So
Wait,
that's how you
so which one was this, Brent?
See,
Name shall remain anonymous.
Okay,
where did I meet her? How about there?
Here we go.
Where you meet everybody?
At an orgy?
The bar.
At a bar.
That wasn't me.
At a bar.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now. Okay.
See,
she's okay.
My question.
I mean, I thought you could have been doing a little bit better, but hey, you were happy. I don't care.
So wait, was she ugly?
No, she's not ugly, but she wasn't like what I consider fine.
Oh, she wasn't a stick, was she?
No.
Brock's not a fan of sticks. He likes them.
You like curves, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
So when you get a woman with curves, do you like bounce on them at first?
You could use them like a waterbed.
That's what I'm saying. Do you like just
ride
sit on
away?
The only time I've ever surfed.
I love it. I love it.
Have you ever gone spelunking with a woman?
That's the Brock.
Yeah. You
Inquiring
don't even know what spelunking is, do you?
No, I was trying to remember what that meant, actually.
Exploring caves.
Oh, totally.
Oh
my God. I love you guys.
I think I know which chick that was, actually. just by default.
Which one?
She who must not be named.
Oh yeah,
You
we don't.
slept
talk
with
about
Voldemort?
I mean, she might as
God
well be
damn.
considered
that. She
that.
might as well have been.
Wait. Oh hell no. We not finna do no.
There was,
She didn't
she
not
was basically
was
a
she
cancer to his life.
okay, wait. No. Because when I say that, I'm thinking pale bitch with no nose. I need to know what the fuck.
Did she have a big nose? I don't remember her.
She didn't. No.
She didn't have a nose?
No, she had a nose, but it wasn't.
It wasn't pronounced.
Yeah.
Small nose.
Oh, she had a smush. I knew a
And then
girl
she-
that had a smush.
Hey, wait a minute. You said you like curves.
I do.
Explain her then.
Explain who?
She must not be named. She had no curves. You lied.
She had an okay ass.
Okay.
No, there's no
if
such.
you have to say
First
it's
of all,
okay, it's not
there's no
good.
such thing as okay ass. It's either she got an ass or she got a long back. It's one of the two.
It's either she's waffles or she's pancakes. She's
Right.
pancakes. I like
It's
waffles.
it's no in between. So you lying about something, Brock. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't lie. That's bad. That's a sin.
I don't know why you lied to Tony about people. He's not going to judge you a little bit.
I'm not. I find this entertaining. I don't judge
2 weeks in a row
nobody
now, Brock.
on anything. I don't care about it. Yeah.
2 weeks in a row, Brock. Brought it up twice.
Brock's trying to figure out how to say it without saying it. That's what he's doing. He ain't slick. I've seen these games. I've been around the block a couple times myself. I see the look like, how can I say it without actually saying what I want to say? Yeah.
It's like, does she check out this kind of platform? Because I'd be shocked.
No, of course she doesn't.
Then okay, and if she does, so what?
As long as you're not being so terrible we get canceled, I mean.
Do we really care about being canceled? Am I
And putting
important
these
to know?
subscribers is
A little
like it's kind of
bit.
an early jump.
Someone's already trying to cancel me, so I got to be somewhat.
What'd you do
okay
now?
with this. I didn't tell you about that.
No, you did not tell us about that.
Keep thinking
So,
it's a private conversation. There's three of us here.
Just
Brent, you know, yeah. So Brent, you know my Babygate bit.
That was a dark bit. But
It
anyway,
was a dark bit.
It was fun.
Well, I did it recently, and
you had
Why
another
you say
baby.
because I
Stop
say
doing
the
that.
word huh?
They said you stopped doing that bit.
No, you're thinking about the car bit.
Oh yeah, that's a dark one.
Yeah, that one's worse. No, I did Babygate recently, and because I say the word retard in the bit, some comics trying to cancel me because I say retard.
Don't you love the overcorrectional generation? It's great.
And you know, me and my nephews had a conversation about comics the
Yeah,
other day. And I was like, do you understand that comics in my generation would not be allowed to be
oh
comics
God, no. Yeah,
today? And I'm talking
Yeah.
about like the Richard Pryors and the Red Foxes would
Yeah.
be castrated today.
yeah. I
Could you
said that
imagine-
recently.
Could you imagine Blazing Saddles being in the theaters today?
No, it wouldn't make it. It wouldn't make it.
As no matter how funny that movie is, if you just sit back
Yeah.
and watch that movie and just get rid of your personal feelings, that movie is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
It is. But today, nah.
No, it wouldn't fly today. And I was talking about this with another comic. Like George Carlin wouldn't make it nowadays either.
Oh, I love George.
Oh, I
George
do
was
too,
honest
yeah.
as hell. He was blunt.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I am. I'm
Yeah.
the black George, well, darker George Carlin.
Do you have any other questions you would like to discuss with us? I got one more question for you before we head out of here. I want you have the floor right now.
I think he's answered my questions. I'm still, disappointed in the Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. I think that needs to happen. Needs to happen rather soon.
The
I'll do what
one
I
thing
can.
I will say as far as cosplay that Brock has completely failed upon, there's two of them. Gimli from Lord of the Rings needs to happen at some point. I'm getting you a battle axe. It's happening.
Yes, you do have the epic beard for it. Yes.
And part two, Lord Farquaad.
Oh,
Gotta
fuck
get that
you,
in there.
Brent.
We're gonna get Lord Farquaad
First of
all
all,
up in his bed.
make that shit happen. Get a fake horse with the long legs on it. Make it happen. Make it happen. I need it in my life. Just do it.
I will go as the executioner who just wears a mask and is just an idiot the whole time. I don't care. If I get Lord Farquaad out of this, it's a win-win situation for me. Tony can go as Shrek for all I care. I don't care.
I'll take my shirt off and put body paint on. Fuck it. Let's go.
I mean, come on. That's a party right there. I mean, not one we're gonna get out of without going to jail. But all right,
Sure, we won't go to jail.
Will's gonna come pick us up and make sure we're not doing anything too stupid.
Wait a minute. First of all, you can't exclude Will from this. He will find somewhere somehow to be in the party. So no, you're not. He won't allow that. I can see him now. Fuck you. I'm in this. Yeah.
And that's who he is. That's how he does things. So you said all the questions are answered. So my question to you is, we were talking about rappers earlier and talking about all the great ones. If you had to make a top 5 all time, because I know you love your top 5 list.
Me?
Who's on your list? And then Brock, you can answer your list. My
all
list doesn't
time?
matter because my list is just trash. I know what it is. I've listened to 2 minimum amount of rap. I have a good opinion on it. It's like this is a real question.
All right, so for me, the GOAT is Rakim. That's easy.
Yeah.
KRS One, MC Light, Black Thought. Oh, there's so many good ones out there. You know what? MF Doom. I can put him on there. May he rest in peace.
That's a solid list.
I'm just saying. That's just off the top of my head now.
It's like if I give you time to curate this,
I like Light because I still think she's the greatest female lyricist of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But I still got to think the Brat would be in there. Missy would be in there. They would be in top 10.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill would be top 10 because she's a great rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a lot of female rappers that can handle these men out there. But just off the top of my head, I would say those 5.
And Brock?
I
already know who your number 1 is, so.
Well, you know I'm a diehard Eminem fan, but
he ain't even top 10. I said it.
I'm pretend you didn't.
Well, it's your personal list, so I was like,
yeah, it's your list. I can't dispute your list. It's yours, but it's wrong.
We're talking like all time, like undisputed. Like
I'm not going to do any particular order.
No, don't do the wheel. Put them in order. Don't do wheel.
Put your nuts behind it.
All right, so I'll go with Eminem, and then yeah, I'm not doing it in order because that's too hard. But
come on, Will, get out of here. Will lives on.
I will say one rapper that I think is underrated that nobody talks about is Big Pun. I love Big Pun. Onyx is up there.
Big Pun would be top 15. I'm thinking about my list now. He would. That dude was nasty.
Rockin' is definitely on there. And then probably Run DMC.
Oh, you're gonna use the group. Okay.
The only thing I'm a little shocked by from both of you, no Tupac anywhere.
Tupac was overrated.
Is he not held up in the same?
First of all, let me
I don't know
speak
anything about rap, so
let me say this since I'm somewhat black, because a lot of people would say I'm not, because I got mixtures, and I can say this: Tupac was overrated. Was he a good rapper? Yeah, but I can't put him in my top 10 just because I remember him starting with Digital Underground and this motherfucker danced in a Speedo.
I remember that, yeah.
I cannot. You cannot go from dancing in a Speedo to gangster.
Yeah.
You cannot. That's not it. Everybody else, if you take MC Light from my list and put her up against Tupac, he don't match up. He damn sure don't match up with Rakim.
Oh,
Rakim
God, no.
Rakim put out no album Rakim put out was a bust. None of them. All his albums were hits. All of them. Same thing with KRS-One. KRS-One had way more knowledge. Tupac, if you look at Tupac's career, he was all over the place. He would be a gangster 1 minute, the next day he's talking about Brenda got a baby.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying he didn't have lyrical skills. He did. But, nah. I mean, he has some great bangers. Now, Hail Mary was a banger.
Oh, I love that song. But
now, he had a couple bangers that was like, yeah.
Yeah.
But if we do a versus with Tupac against anybody, he won't match up. Anybody in the top 10, he won't match up. He won't. And we talking about take out the collaborations, just Tupac songs.
So that's some solid ass lists, and
Big Papa was better though. I'm saying.
What about yours, Brent?
I don't know nearly enough about rap to have.
Brent gonna say Creedence. Brent saying Creedence Clearwater Revival, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Scorpion.
Like, let's just say, like, we got a metal list, much better. Rap.
If we did a metal
I
list,
don't know enough, guys. I'm not gonna speak from a point where I don't know anything.
I tell you what, you take our list and go listen to their repertoire. Listen to their catalogs. I'm telling you, if you listen to their catalogs and then try to listen to music today, you're gonna throw up.
I mean, I almost already throw up for the music nowadays anyway.
It's gonna be that much worse.
Because like the only thing I'm also shocked about is Brock did not put Snow the Product anywhere in his list. It's like, I know you love her, but like rapper all time, I know that's a huge stretch. You can say she's one of your personal favorite people, but
yeah.
I will say that I do like Doja Cat coming up. I will say that
Doja Cat's not bad. Yeah.
She's pretty solid coming up. I just need her. I need her to keep going. I need her to keep going.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, the only reason why I didn't put Snow on my list is because
it's a top 5 list, and like those are reserved for the greats regardless of personal bias.
And even like 4 and 5 on my list, I can switch them out with a lot of people. It's just my personal preference on who I like.
It's just the top 3 is solidified.
Top 3 is solidified. It's no moving 3.
It was like back when we were doing our top 5 lists for sports. It was like the top 3 are solidified. There's not really much room for debate.
Right.
4 and 5, you just kind of look at them like, I can swap out depending on the argument and like how I'm feeling on that day. Sometimes you hold certain stats more applicable than others, or like, hey, this person had more albums, or this one had more number 1 hits, top hundreds, whatever you want to specify for that.
And for me, I really can't put in any top list of anything because all of that is manipulated. You know what I'm saying? Like Billboard hits, I don't put any stock in that. It's all manipulated to make sales. I'm not.
So I was gonna say then Drake would be number 1 all time if we're talking about number 1.
Right.
He's had more number 1s than anybody else. And you're like,
right.
I don't think that's
Drake. Not even in the conversation of top 20.
No,
he's not.
No, he's really not. I can't
Drake
stand
was made
Drake.
for fuckboys who just try to get laid.
Simps. We call them simps.
And
Same thing. But it's more PC if you call somebody a simp and you won't get swung on as much. You walk around and say, hey, fuck boy, then you might get swung on.
That's going to get swung on eventually. Like, it happens from time to time. But be sure to check out DJ Throwback. Be sure to go out to the Dirty Bird tailgate. Have a damn good time. Go root for the dogs.
You're drinking moonshine this year. Woohoo!
Do not be rooting for the Aints anywhere near that booth. And do not be rooting for Alabama because Tony will fight you.
I will. After we drink, though. After we get drunk and have a good time, then we got to fight.
Yeah. And then afterwards, you guys will be best of friends like nothing happened. So,
it's not a physical fight. I'm too old to physically fight anybody anymore. I get tired easy. I'm not trying to do all that. That's too much
for the kneecaps, Brock. Go for the knees.
I'd rather save that for sex. Same energy.
Time management. You're on LeBron. Load management, baby. Load management.
Don't ever mention me and him in the same name. I don't flop.
Oh, there's something that does flop.
That don't even flop. I go hard in the paint.
Why did I set that up?
You forgot who you were talking to.
Be sure to check out all the other amazing content we got over at Geek Variants for DJ Throwback. Funny man Brock, who's taking selfies over there. I don't know what he's doing.
I hope he's trying to find a midget somewhere.
What would that dating site be called?
They have an online midget dating site.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet. Hey, we still up on this thing, or is it done?
We still live.
Oh, that's funny.
Shenanigans.
I didn't realize we were still live.
Shenanigans.